Hi everyone, my name is Shayna Levine and I'm an anesthesiology resident at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston and a co-founder of the student division of Sex and Gender Health Collaborative. I'm honored to be presenting at the NIH Office of Research and Women's Health workshop on gender and health, and I'm excited to share my poster presentation with you. Let me go ahead and share my poster so you can take a look at it. Great. The title of my poster is Bridging the Gap of Sex and Gender Differences in Medicine and Research, a trainee initiative for improved sex and gender specific patient care. Sex and gender-based medicine aims to understand how biological sex and gender affect the pathophysiology and expression of human disease. I was surprised to learn that while females make up 50% of the population, medical research has historically lacked female animal models or clinical trial participants. It wasn't until 1993, when Congress wrote the NIH inclusion policy into federal law, that women were required to be included in clinical trials. Despite efforts since the 1990s to include women in medical research and report data by sex, there has been sporadic uptake of this mandate, and many researchers do not analyze data by sex, minimizing the effect of this policy. The Sex and Gender Health Collaborative is a national initiative of the American Medical Women's Association, or AMWA, with the goal of advancing sex and gender-based medical education. The student division of Sex and Gender Health Collaborative aims to create a publicly available resource of fact sheets and videos for students, healthcare providers, and the public to expand awareness of sex and gender-based medicine and bridge the gap in traditional medical education curricula. Phase 1, or our pilot study of this project, included 6 medical and pre-medical students creating 9 fact sheets on sex and gender differences in common diseases, such as coronary artery disease, chronic kidney disease, sepsis, depression, and diabetes. In Phase 2, over 200 medical and pre-medical students are creating 75 fact sheets on additional topics in an effort to create a library of content on sex and gender differences. Collaborations of small groups of students at differing levels of training are researching and designing educational material, which is then reviewed by physician experts in the field before publication. Volunteers are surveyed pre- and post-creation of this educational material in both Phase 1 and Phase 2 to evaluate the impact of this project. Results from Phase 1 survey data showed that 100% of respondents strongly agreed that participation increased their knowledge of sex and gender differences in medicine, and more than 90% agreed that participating forged connections to others interested in sex and gender differences in medicine. Qualitative data from Phase 1 suggests that the creation process enabled volunteers to develop skills in literature review, scientific communication, and mentoring. Phase 2 data is in the collection process, but pre-survey data of 205 volunteers demonstrates how students believe sex and gender-based medicine is important to patient care, but inconsistently presented in their curriculum. We hope that connections forged between students and mentors will broaden the medical community dedicated to learning and teaching sex and gender differences, and resultant educational material will expand the knowledge base among healthcare professionals, improving the quality of patient care. In the future, we will continue to collect and analyze survey data from volunteers and grow the sex and gender-based medical database by empowering students to create forms of medical education that may be incorporated into their medical school or residency programs. We plan to expand the project to create a collaboration with interprofessional disciplines as well. At this time, I would like to thank all of our student volunteers for their enthusiastic passion and effort to narrow this gap in medical education and improve healthcare. We would like to thank AMWA for their continued support for the Sex and Gender Health Collaborative. Please visit our website, which you can find by scanning the QR code on the right of the poster for more information and to help spread awareness for this important initiative. Thank you so much for your time.